You can't find your stuff and I'm here? Whoa. I hate when people lose their stuff around me. Because what am I supposed to do now, huh? I don't have your stuff, baby. Y'all, I just tinted my eyebrows and everything. And I'm loving it. But welcome back to my YouTube channel, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's get straight on into the video. Today, y'all, let's talk about how I slept in my car for 3 days. Shocker. Those who don't know, God moved me from Houston to Arizona to Houston. He told me, pack my stuff. You're going to Houston, March 11th. I had got connected to this girl on my Instagram, and she had given me a place to stay. So she gave me a place to stay, and I was like, okay, Lord, I see you. You're making it work, right? But she had somebody already coming over prior to me visiting. So she had texted me one day and said, hey, I got my friend coming on Tuesday. So I'm like, no! I said, Lord, come on now. I got to get out of this place. So I said to her, okay, no problem. I'm going to let you get your space, because she didn't plan for me. Obviously, I'm not going to try to stay. So I'm like, I'll just go get a hotel, stuff like that. And then he didn't say nothing about no hotel. He didn't give me no instructions on a hotel. But I'm telling her, yeah, I'm going to just go get a hotel. But I'm asking the Lord, like, give me answers. I need that now, today. I have to go by Tuesday. On Sunday, he had, I was supposed to go to church 10, right? Yeah. The Sunday morning I woke up, and I shared this piece of testimony already. The Sunday morning when I woke up, I'm meant to be doing my makeup. Sunday morning I woke up, I heard, go to the 12. So I'm like, go to the 12, but I already planned for the 10 o'clock, right? I'm already saying I'm going to go early, yada, yada, yada. So I'm hearing, go to the 12, and then I'm hearing, no, go to the 10. I'm like, whoa, hold on. It's a fight going on in my head. Go to 10, go to 12. What am I doing? Which one am I going to? And then I'm laying there. I'm like, you know what? I'm actually so tired. I'm going to just literally go to the 12. And then I hear again, go to the 10. So I jumped up because I'm like, no, something's actually going on. And I need to get to the bottom of this. I jumped up and I said, what am I going to lose if I go to the... I said, you know what? Let me just go to the 10 and the 12. Because whatever somebody's trying to hide, I need to see that at both services. So I'm like, I'm going to go to the 10 o'clock service. I'm on my way to the 10 o'clock service, and our lot is kind of like packed. So we're trying to park in, right? I'm reversing, and somebody's coming all the way up. Our car basically kind of like met close to each other. So now she's seeing me, and I didn't look around yet because I'm nervous, y'all. I'm trying to reverse. I'm trying to hurry up to get out of people's way. And I started laughing. Out of nowhere, I'm just laughing. God told me something funny. I don't know what it was, but it was just so funny. I started cackling while reversing. And I'm taking my sweet time reversing. Mind you, this girl is waiting for me to get out the way, right? And then when I finally got out the way, she ended up driving around me. And then I looked in her car, and I picked her up in my eyes, like instantly picked her up. And then I started following her with my eyes. I literally followed her to see where she parked and stuff. God shows me people a lot of times, and when he shows me in a way, he does it where I kind of like pick them up and I can only focus on them. So I was like, okay, I have to talk to her. So I'm waiting for her at the elevator, but she's not knowing that I'm waiting for her because she's taking long to come out her car. I'm trying to wave to her, kind of like be friendly. And then she finally comes. The elevator comes, y'all, and she's not outside. I'm like, this girl taking too long, Lord. Taking long. I got to get into church. So I'm waiting for her, without her knowing that I'm waiting for her. I did tell her afterwards because I know it kind of sounds creepy, and then I was like, how am I going to talk to her? How am I going to talk to her? So I said to her, is this your first time here? And she's like, no, she's been going. This is her second time. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Anyway, y'all, I'm walking and we talking in the hallway. Get to church, y'all. I'm figuring that I still have to keep talking to her, but I'm like, what would I say? I don't know what to talk about. I lose this girl, y'all. I lost her. I'm in church. I lost her. I'm like, Lord, what am I going to do now? Because I know that I'm supposed to basically I don't know what he wanted me to do, but I'm supposed to stay on her. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how to explain it. So I lost her. And then at the end of the service, I found her again. She just popped up back in front of me. So I'm like, okay, Lord, you definitely want me to go talk to her. So I ended up saying, like, what am I going to say? Then I said to her, like, are you going to anywhere to eat? I'm like, do you know any good spots here to eat? Do you usually like get something to eat afterwards? Or she's like, oh, me and my friend, we're going to go somewhere. Are you down to come? Yes, I'm coming. Because I don't know what the Lord wants, but I'm meant to just be wherever you're at right now. So I said, yeah, I'm coming. I don't mind. That's where the story, y'all. We ended up going. I had a dream. Y'all, I really don't want this story to be long, but I had a dream about somebody, and it was a bunch of, I couldn't understand the dream, but people that were popping up in the dream, their name were significant, right? The girl that I had met, oh, sorry, y'all. I caught myself rushing the story, but Lord I need to slow down because I need to tell you everything because it matters, right? Part of the story is significant. It matters. I had a dream and somebody was chasing me. I don't know who it was. I don't know what I was running from. Me and two other persons, we were trying to get away. Skydived and I landed in Alabama. Huh? And then I ended up meeting up with somebody from my church that I knew. And I was like, what are you doing here? Like, so I'm like, anyway, don't matter. Somebody's trying to chase us. I need your help. Her name was Nia in the dream. I need your help. And she was being offstandish. And I'm like, why is she being like this? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to ask for help. And she's like, oh, you can get a train to New York. Mind you, y'all, I don't know what the correlation is between Alabama and New York, but I'm just like, that's what's going on in the dream. She's like, you could take a bus and it could take you from New York. It's going to be an hour. So I'm like, okay, just give me the directions and I'll go. She hissed her teeth. She hissed her teeth and walk away. I'm like, whoa. So in the dream, she was giving me attitude, right? And she left. Okay, stay with me. Fast forward back to the day at church now, present. She said, yeah, we can go to dinner. She and her friend's gonna go. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I can come. I shake her hand. She told me her name. I shake her friend's name. She says, my name's Nia. I said, your name's what? Her name's Nia. So I'm looking like, what is the answer now? Because her name is Nia and the girl name in my dream was Nia. So I'm like, okay, maybe it wasn't the actual person in the dream. Maybe it was just the name that I meant to kind of like look out for. So I'm like, now I'm like, this girl has some answers. I need to stay close because you got some answers for me. I need that. Long and behold, y'all, we're on our way to get the dinner. Nia ended up leaving. Ended up saying she's too tired. She has to leave. And I'm like, the same thing happened in the dream where the girl was leaving. She said, are you still down to go to dinner? I said, yes. So we go and we find a spot. And I just felt led to start telling her my testimony that God moved me from Arizona to Houston. And I just started yapping. I started telling her. And she was like, you know, she's admiring the faith. And she was asking me details. I was giving her the information, but I'm telling her. And I feel led to say to her, yeah, but the person I'm staying with, she has a friend coming over on Tuesday, and you know, I'm a bounce because I don't want to intrude or nothing like that. And then I heard the Lord say, roommate. While she was talking, I'm like, roommate? I'm like, okay, cool. I started laughing a little bit because I'm like, he's coming through, but I'm not going to be the one to tell her, hey, the Lord said you're my roommate. Like, no, you need to tell her yourself because you're the one telling me that she's my roommate. You need to fill her in. Hung out for like the rest of the day for church. And then I was like, yeah, we could go home now. Mind you, I didn't want to go home because I'm like, she's my answer and I need I need to know what's going on now. So anyway, we go home, y'all. And then the Tuesday morning comes and I'm supposed to be looking for a hotel. The Lord says, don't book a hotel. I'm like, Lord, come on. Nobody said nothing to me. It's about to be late. I don't want to book the hotel late. Something's not moving. Like, you're not moving fast enough for me is what I'm feeling like. I'm texting her now and she's not responding. Just like a regular conversation. I'm texting her, but she's not responding because she's busy. Obviously, people have their life. I'm like, Lord. Oh, I got this new blush, y'all. Look how I did that box. Insane. I'm like, Lord, she's busy. She's not answering. It's about 8 o'clock in the night, y'all. I need to book that hotel. He says, do not book the hotel. She's going to ask you to stay. Just say yes. Because usually, you know, when people be like, do you want to stay? You'd be like, are you sure? She texted me. She asked me, like, did you get anywhere to stay? And I'm saying, like, no, I didn't get anywhere to stay yet. And she said, girl, stop playing. If you want to come stay, come stay. I'm like, yes. Immediately, yes. I want to come stay because the Lord said to say yes. So I said, yes. So, y'all, I'm excited now because I'm like, God is just like working. He's moving. I'm getting a place to stay. You know, people are being nice. People are buying me food. People are, you know, like God is just working it out, y'all. Because he allowed me to spend off all my money just so he could like show me that he could work even without me having money at the time, right? So people are doing stuff for me. And it's just like, I'm like, thank you, Lord, blah, 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 yaze. Fast forward now, y'all. I'm in this girl's spot. I brought in like one suitcase. And she's like, you know, we just got to keep the communication open. You can stay as long as you like. Just, you know, keep the talk going. And when I got to go to work, I'll let you know. When you got to do this, I'm like, okay, Lord, you set me up. And, you know, because I'm the same way, right? I would take in somebody in my home and just be like, you can stay as long as you like, blah, 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 yaze. So I'm like, yes, Lord, I see you. You're working, y'all. Everything's going good. I think the second day in or the third day in, I'm in the bathroom washing my face. I hear, hold on, y'all. I hear, can you turn the water off? I pay bills in here. Ooh. So I said, mind you now, my chest is my heart is racing, y'all. I said, I'm washing my face. Literally like this, y'all. I said, I'm washing my face. Mind you, y'all, I'm actively washing my face, and that's why the water's on. She's like, yeah, but can you turn it off when you're not using it? When I'm not using it? But I'm using it. So I'm like, y'all, that's the first thing now. I'm like, I'm nervous now because it's just the third day, y'all. It's just the third day. So I'm like, Lord. So now I'm like, okay, I'm in the phase now of tiptoeing around the house. The following morning, I woke up early and I wanted to use the bathroom, y'all. I'm turning the knob because she's in a 2-bedroom. She has a roommate and she has her own bathroom. And where she's at, I'm turning the knob, y'all. The door is locked. I want to use the bathroom and the door is locked. She's sleeping. So I'm thinking to myself, what to do? So I'm like, I need to use the bathroom. I have to knock. I start knocking and I said, I knocked. I basically woke her up, bro. She was so mad. I woke her up and I was like, can I use the bathroom, please? She's like, okay. And then I was in there and she was just like, y'all, you could feel like she was just annoyed by my presence. And I'm like, what am I missing? What's going on here? You know, I thought I was welcomed. I thought I was invited. So I'm using the bathroom, y'all. And I'm trying to make, I'm using the bathroom and actively trying to not make a sound. I'm hurrying up to wash my hands. I'm rushing. So now I'm just stepping on glass at this point, y'all. Everything I'm doing, I'm tiptoeing. I'm feeling very uncomfortable. I'm like, Lord, I don't understand this, but it's whatever. Because I'm feeling like the enemy's trying to test me. And you know what? I need to get whatever the Lord has for me because he led me here. So I'm going to just keep it cool, right? Because it's not my place. I'm so grateful. I'm there now, y'all. And then I wanted to use the bathroom again, y'all. I use the bathroom a lot. And then I think another morning I wanted to use the bathroom again. She asked me, she said to me, you always using the bathroom? I said, yeah, I use the bathroom a lot in the mornings. She said, oh, what am I supposed to do? Turn my bladder off in the morning? So I said, you don't use the bathroom in the morning? So she says, no, she don't use the bathroom in the morning. Oh, okay, that's good for you, buddy. Because what am I supposed to do, y'all? I literally have to use the bathroom in the mornings. It's not my body. I didn't cause that to happen to me. So now I'm telling my sister, I'm like, sister, I don't know what's going on. She asking me if I always have to use the bathroom. She telling me she paying bills, and I'm just not knowing what's going on. And me, when I go into somebody's house, y'all, I'm finding stuff to do, and I can cook, right? So I'm like, I'm finna be her personal chef. I'm gonna make sure she eat good, make sure I pack her lunch, stuff like that, because I'm in your place, I'm grateful, I'm gonna show you that I'm grateful, right? So I'm like trying to cook stuff for her, but y'all, she barely eats. So I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do if you don't eat and that's my talent? What am I doing? Like, you can't eat, like, I'm trying to cook, you don't want to eat, what am I doing? So I'm trying to find, I'm like, she want her hair done, so I can do hair too. So I'm like, I can do your hair, I can do your makeup, bro. I can do anything, right, at this point, because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not being in a nuisance. I'm not taking up space or just like being in there. So mind you, all this I'm sleeping on her couch. Y'all, fast forward to a Sunday. So I have to leave out for church, and y'all, when I come back in, I have to come back in with her, or she has to already be at home, right? This is the first Sunday that I was like really blew me. Sunday, I came back from church, and I'm on my cycle, right? So, I got to go in, I got to clean up, I got to change. I'm in the car sitting down in her parking lot. I text her, I said, where you at? No response. No response. My stuff is in your house. You're not talking to me. And I got to use the bathroom. I text her, and she ended up responding like hours later, told me she's not home. She's outside. Mind you, y'all, you got somebody staying in your house. Okay, cool. I don't have to know where you at, but come on. You could have met me halfway somewhere and let me in. So now I'm there, y'all. She ain't come back till mad late. I'm already asleep. So now it's nighttime. I already fell asleep. I slept in the car. This is my first time sleeping in the car, actually. I forgot about that. So it's actually 4 nights in the car. And she comes home. I go in there. Y'all, I'm mad. But at the end of the day, it's not your spot, bro. So tighten up. So I'm like, what do you want to eat for breakfast? I'm still making sure I'm being, I'm just making sure I can do what I got to do, y'all. Fast forward now, y'all. It's tense in the house. One morning, she started going off randomly, not on me, right? She's just saying stuff what she want to say. I'm so irritated. I can't find my stuff. I hate when I can't find my stuff, y'all. You can't find your stuff and I'm here? Whoa. I hate when people lose their stuff around me. Because what am I supposed to do now, huh? I don't have your stuff, baby. She's so irritated. She hates when she can't find her stuff. Her place is such a mess, and she hates a mess. Mind you, she's the one that's in her room. So if it's a mess, baby, I think that's on you. But, y'all, she's just saying stuff. I'm in a corner like, just looking around, y'all. Like, it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then, right? So she just talking about how much she irritated. She hate when her room looked like this, and she just irritated. So I'm like, so I said, I'm gonna take a walk, but y'all, I'm scared to go take a walk, because if I go take a walk and come back and nobody's at home, I'm sleeping outside. So I don't even be wanting to leave the house unless she leaving. I'm trying to let us hang out, like go out to the museum, stuff like that. Some days we did have good days, y'all, but it just always feels tense. I don't know why, but it was just always feeling tense. So I'm telling her, like, I'm trying to talk about God. I'm like, and I'm giving her some good advice sometimes. Like I say, y'all, it's good. And then some days it's just like, what am I into? What am I stepping into? What's going on? Oh, I have this new thing, y'all. Where is it at? Oh, I have this. I'm just mixing up the story now because it's different days that she's doing this. So it's not like all on the same day. Another day, y'all, the night before, we had some scandal bags that we ate some food from, and she had to stack them with some, like, she throw some garbage in it, and then she put some other bags inside of it. The morning she got up, she started cleaning. I'm in the couch. She goes, can you stop leaving bags in the, and she said, can you stop leaving the bags around? It's tacky. Oh, I didn't do that. You did. So I said, I didn't leave that bag, because y'all, I literally didn't leave that. So I said, this is how I'm talking, like how you hear me, because y'all, I'm trying to be as gentle as I can, okay? So I'm like, I didn't leave that bag. I didn't leave it though. So I'm running in my mind. I'm like, Lord, am I tripping? Did I leave that bag? Now I'm asking the Lord. And then I looked in the bag and it was her trash. So I'm like, definitely didn't leave that bag because I don't have her food to pack her stuff up. It's her trash. So I'm like, man, son, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. And then, mind you, y'all, like I said, it's not funny at the time because I'm like, I'm in people's spot. People acting funny. I don't know what to do. The Lord not talking. I'm like, Lord, come on. I gotta go. Where can I go? He just told me that, was like, basically like, relax, chill out, you know, enjoy yourself. Because, y'all, I wasn't doing anything. I was just like stressing a little bit because I'm trying to think, where am I going to go? You ain't saying nothing. But he's just trying to tell me, like, enjoy the process instead of sitting down every day wondering, what's next, what's next, what's next? So I'm like, you know what? Cool. I'm finna start enjoying the process a little bit. You right, Lord. You right. You're like, you always right. I'm finna start enjoying the process. So I go to the movies. I'm taking myself out to eat, stuff like that. Just coming back on when she got time and stuff like that. One morning, y'all, she wasn't going to leave anywhere. So I asked her if I could borrow her key. I borrowed her key. Y'all, why, like 10 minutes later, I'm not even nowhere where I'm supposed to be. She takes and says, can you bring my key back? I need my key. I need my key. Whoa. I know you need your key, but I'm coming. She's like, if I can hurry, she got to go to work. She got to do this. I didn't know you was doing all that, baby. You should have, like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, y'all, whatever. I'm coming back with your key, babes. So I come back with her stuff, her key. The Lord showed me one morning. Her roommate, I forgot to tell y'all about this, y'all. Her roommate realized I was staying there and packed up all the pots and pans, all the utensils, all the plates, and brought it into her room. Now we're potless. Now we're panless. Now we're plateless. We're just vibing at this point. God had allowed me to pack my car last minute. When I was supposed to move out of my apartment in Arizona, I started throwing stuff in the back of my car. He reminded me to open my trunk, y'all. When I went to my trunk, why did I have a whole pot set in the back of my trunk? I said, hold on, Lord. I said, you're too good, my love, too good. Because you planned this all out. Like you knew this was going to happen. So you allowed me to frantically throw stuff in the back of my car, not knowing what's going to happen. And now I have pots. So I started bringing stuff up. I'm like, yes, I'm the savior now. So I'm showing her, like, look how God is good. I have pots, plates, pans, blah, blah, blah. I have everything that we need that the roommate took back. Imagine, guys, that's okay. Like, I'm not even tripping. You know what I mean? Like, some random coming your place using your stuff. You want to take it back? Cool. Get your stuff, girl. You protect you. So I'm not mad. And God had, you know, showed me that we actually had pots and pans. So I'm using the pots and pans. Got this. So nice. So, Michaela. So, yeah. So her room, oh yeah, I'm trying to tell you about the roommate now because she had a roommate. One morning, the roommate came out. So the roommate ended up explaining, oh, she didn't take her stuff out of pettiness. She's actually moving. I'm like, okay, cool. That's cool. The Lord showed me the roommate's room. The morning the roommate came out, he said, that's your room. Apply for the apartment. Mind you guys, this is an apartment for college students. I'm actively in that apartment right now, by the way. This is an apartment for college kids, kids that are going to school or just left school or something. School-wise, I'm like, I'm not a college student, Lord. I'm sure you know that. But he says apply, so I'm like, baby, what do I have to lose? So I applied for the apartment. She goes and she tells me that she's like, I'm leaving for the month of May. Oh yeah, this is in April. March, April, yeah. She said she's gonna leave for the whole month of May. You gonna leave for the whole month of May, babe? Okay, cool. So I said, yeah, no problem. I'm gonna just leave She's like, where are you gonna go? So I'm like, whoa, you just said you're gonna leave. So it don't matter where I'm gonna go. Yeah, but, so you're not gonna leave. You just, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, was that a tactic to say, like, you want me to get out? Anyway, y'all, I'm not even pressed on that. So, because I'm actually gonna leave. It's a surprise. I'm gonna move into your apartment. That's a surprise. God told me to apply here, and I'm gonna be a roommate. So when you leave, I'm gonna have my own spot. That room's gonna be my room, which is her previous roommate room. I applied, y'all. But before I applied, y'all, another Sunday came and she did the same thing to me. She locked me out. Mind you, I don't know if she's knowing this or she's clocking what's going on or she just thinking she's being good. Because actually she did mention to me that, yeah, she's never wronged me or something like that. So I said, were we in the same house? Yeah, it's time for church. So she says she's going to church, yada, yada. So I said, okay, cool. I'm going to meet you there, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, she ended up not coming to church. Now I'm nervous. Because, babe, where you at? Friend, where you at? I'm nervous. I text her, I said, I'm coming home now, where you at? I'm not at church. She says, I'm not at church. I said, okay, I'm trying to get in, like, where you at? She's out right now. She don't know what time she coming back. What? What's happening? Like, I want to go inside and kind of lie down. Y'all, I'm in the car crying because what? I'm outside. It's 10 in the morning. You don't know what time you're coming back? I'm just supposed to hang out? I'm like, Lord, I asked him, I said to him, Lord, come on now. I need to leave. And I'm on all this. I'm calling my mom back and forth. Sometimes I'm telling her, like, I'm finna leave. And she's like, girl, you're fine. You could just, she's like, McDonald's is there. You could sleep. You could wash, tidy up in McDonald's. You don't have to yada, yada. You could just drive, sleep. So she's with it, right? But I'm trying to think to myself, because even though I'm having this kind of like nervous breakdown a little bit, because I'm like, I still don't want to do anything that the Lord didn't say I should do. Because, you know, sometimes out of feeling overwhelmed or out of stress and out of anxiety, sometimes we do stuff that the Lord didn't tell us to do because we want to leave the test early before it's already done. I'm trying to make sure that I complete this test because I ain't taking this again. What? People treating me like this? I ain't taking that again. I need to pass it now. So I'm saying to the Lord, no. This is way too much. I don't tolerate stuff like this. I'm finna just go pack my stuff and sleep in the car. He says, you can pack your stuff. I can? I can? Cool, babes. That's all he had to say. I can pack my stuff. The Lord said I can leave. I packed my stuff. No, I didn't get to pack my stuff because I'm still in the car. So I'm thinking about myself. I'm telling my mom, yeah, I'm just going to go sleep in the car and just like, you know, talk to the Lord and he'll do it for me because I ain't scared of my car, right? I'll sleep there. I've been paying a lot of money on it anyways. Might as well sleep in it. So it's 6 o'clock in the night and I'm texting her. I said, where you at? So I could just like, so I get over it, y'all. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna brush it off. I text her. I said, where you at? She's like, she's going home now. So I was like, cool. Let me know how far you at because I want to come meet you. I go to meet her, y'all. I'm at the apartment. I'm texting her now. I'm like, I'm here. She's like, before I was here, she's like, I should hurry because she's going to leave again. I should hurry because you're going to leave again? What is going on? I'm trying to rush, y'all. I get to the apartment. She's not answering. I'm like, yo, bro, get me out of here. She comes and then she's not texting me, y'all. I look through my car window. I can see her driving around. She's leaving. You're leaving? How are you leaving? And you know I'm waiting for you to give me your keys. So I'm mad now because I'm like, whoa, this has to be a weapon that's formed against me. And it feels like it's prospering. So I'm saying to her, so I end up catching her like, and then I'm like, you know, like, give me your keys, bro. Like, give me your keys. And she's like, what's the attitude for? You know, like it was very tense, y'all, because I was giving attitude a little bit for real. And it was just like, and when she was asking me like, She don't understand what all this is coming from. I'm wondering, like, you're not understanding? What's not clicking? It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on visit, is it? It's not clocking to you. I'm looking. I take her key, y'all, and I snatched it, y'all. So rude of me, but I snatched it and I took out my stuff. I packed my stuff and took my stuff and went back out there and gave her her key. I drove off, y'all, and went into to the park. I'm on the way to the park, y'all, because I'm done. Treat me like this? Done. I went to the park. Hold on, y'all. I know I promised that the story wasn't going to be long, but y'all just going to have to go sit down and just listen. If y'all want to listen, listen. If y'all don't want to listen, listen. And practice patience through this video. I go to the parking lot, y'all. So this is, you have to pay attention now. So this is my first time going to actually sleep in the car for the very first day. Not having somewhere to go back to, whatever, yada, yada. I think I told her, I don't know what I told her. I didn't say anything. I just left, y'all. But yeah, I just left. I took myself, I just left. And I drive to the parking lot and I see one car there. I drive to the park and I see one car and my eyes picked up the car. Just like how I picked up the girl, my eyes picked up the car. And it was noted. I said, okay. Because I didn't know it was a thing for real people to like really sleep in the car. So I didn't expect nobody else would be here. So I picked up the car and then I went to bed. I woke up the morning, y'all. I woke up the morning and I had an interview for a job because they had just accepted me into my job. So I had an interview. So this is I'm sleeping in the car. I have an interview. Where am I going to go to change? So I keep seeing 111 every time I look up. I have an interview, y'all. So I'm in the car now. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just change and just like go to the interview in the library and then I'll sort stuff out later. I'll look to my side, y'all, and I see somebody rise from the car. Like they just woke up. So I'm like, and I picked him up. And I wind my window down and I just started waving. I was like, this was what like out of character for me, I would say. So I know what the Lord is trying to do. So I was like, I waved and I was like, do you need some water? Because we neighbors now, right? So I'm like, I said, do you need anything? Because I have a bunch of snacks. I had just bought groceries for the house too. And I took my stuff and put in the car. My cheese and everything, I took it and put in my car because it's mine. So I asked him, do you need anything? He's like, do you have any extra water? And I had my last bottle of water, y'all. And I gave it to him. I said, yes, I have water. I have one. No, I didn't tell him I bought. I said, yes, I have a water. And I gave it to him, right? And then I was like, do you need anything else? He's like, no, he's fine. Into my interview, y'all. And it went good. And God told me that I'm going to get the job. So I came back now, y'all. His car is gone. So I'm like looking around for him. I look across, he's there, and I just walked over to him, right? All out of character. And I start talking to him. I'm like, what are you doing here? Ariana, what are you doing here? And he was like, he stepped in his car. I'm like, me too. So we ended up chopping it up, y'all, chatting it up. God had wanted me to give him a message. I gave it to him, right? And I was like, okay, cool. And just to interject, just to like pause on stick a pin in the story. A lot of times we think the enemy's doing stuff when half the time God is the one orchestrating stuff so he can get his work done. You know when he when he told Moses to go get the people from Israel and then hardened Pharaoh's heart? Like, what, Lord? You told me to go get your people and you hardened the heart of the person that's supposed to release them? What's going on? Just so he can show his true powers and get the glory out of the story at the end of the day. So I ended up clocking that. Like, okay, cool. This had to happen. I was actually meant to come to this park. You needed me to see your son, deliver your message, do what you told me to do, and then everything would have worked out for my good. Y'all, I got a call. I got the job. I said, yes. Yes, Lord. Yes. All in all, y'all, and I got another call. I got the apartment. I said, bam, got the apartment, got the job. Everything was starting on May 1st. It's a couple days to me, y'all. It's like about 6 days out. Or, yes, I think it was 6 days out because I slept 3 days in the car and then I ended up going back to her crib. So let me tell you how I ended up going back. He was like, you went back? I sure did. Shorty went back. She ended up, I was posting on my story that I'm in the park, and I'm posting my Bible scriptures and stuff like that, because I'm waking up in the morning reading, and me and the guys actually reading too, right? She ended up texting me. She said, where you at? So I'm like, I'm in the park. So she's like, okay, I'm coming around now. She comes around, y'all, and she brings food for me. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate. You know what I mean? And then she's letting me know, like, I could come back. And if I want to, it's always there. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll come back. This is after like 3 days after sleeping in the park. Now I'm like, yeah, I could come back. I could come back. Yeah, I need a hot shower. I need a good cooked meal. I could come back. I have nothing to lose. I'm getting my apartment on May 1st. So I'm like, I'm getting my apartment on May 1st. I'm getting my job. So it's like, y'all, a couple more days with her won't hurt me. So I went back to the apartment. Went back to her apartment, y'all. And then everything's cool because, I'm not talking. I'm already excited about me getting my apartment. I'm not even tripping on nothing. You don't want me to use your bathroom? Cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm chilling. Anyway, y'all, end up sharing the good news to her. I said to her, I got an apartment. I still wanted it to be a surprise that it was going to be her apartment, like where I'm at. I wanted that to be a surprise. So I was telling her, I got an apartment, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, I told her that it was this apartment, right? And then she was like, congratulations. She was like, what was the test that you had to pass? I said, I'm not sure what the test was. Mind you, y'all, I'm looking at the test, asking me what the test was. I said, God is just like showing me stuff, nothing too crazy, blah, blah, blah. I'm kind of going around the fact that you were the test, Miss Ma'am. But y'all, still excited and everything like that. So just to cut it short, y'all, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna come back for like part 2 to kind of give y'all more details. But that was kind of the story on how I got to sleep in my car for 3 days, and God had showed up in my life, and he's still showing up in my life. I just don't want you guys, I want to share the story to let you guys know not to despise the journey, not to feel like you want to quit, because Galatians 6 verse 9, he gave me that, right? Don't get weary in well-doing, for when in due time, y'all, in due time, you will reap exactly what you're supposed to get, right? In due time, that harvest will come. So don't despise your path. Don't despise the journey. Don't try to quit the journey too fast yet, because God is cooking, and he cooks a good meal. I'm telling y'all, like chef's kiss. So I don't want y'all to quit I don't want y'all to quit. I was going to say just yet, but I don't even want y'all to quit at all. Galatians 6 verse 9. Hold that dear to you. I'm going to add anything that I need to add in here so y'all can know the story. And if y'all have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'm going to be making a part 2. So if I have to come back to anything, I will in that part 2. Go ahead and leave y'all questions. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations. You have patience. God bless you. See y'all in another video. Bye.